Alright, so we're actually going to be doing something a little different today. We're going to do a vault opening video. For a couple of reasons. One, it's, I guess, kind of fun to see the roll. And two, I wasn't able to get a great video yesterday for today. Had a promising 22 nuke just kind of fall apart at the end, so we're just going to roll with this. So there won't be a dungeon. It's fine if you don't want to watch it, but I'll go through and open some vaults. I don't know how you guys like to do it. I actually like leaving my evoker for last because it's my main, so I sort of like doing it, saving the best for last. I'll start with the evoker since I assume that's the one you guys care about, but I'll show a couple of my other alts as well that are getting 421s just in case people like seeing multiple vaults open, but feel free to dip out at any point. So before we open it, I guess we should see what we want. My evoker is pretty stacked already. I've been pretty lucky. I think I've had to take a socket once, ever, despite having, as you can see, multiple like 421s or whatever that could be misses. I got the ring last week. So, I mean, there's still plenty of options for just 421, you know, small item level upgrades. I honestly wouldn't even be that mad at a socket, just because I could socket this helm, which is... it's pretty nice that you can hit the mythic Raz helm just from a mythic cache. Like the tier set items, you know, can drop in the vault from even a boss you haven't killed. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they did that, but now that I have it, I guess I'm glad they did. My biggest chase is obviously Whispering Incarnate to replace this. Trinkets have, up until very recently, plagued me. Now my trinkets are really nice because they're both 421s, but I've been chasing Whispering Incarnate since, you know, we killed it. I forget what week, but council was pretty easy, so we killed it fairly early. Every week as a drop and every week as a vault, I would have taken it, but I've never ever seen it, so if we hit that, that'll be great. And otherwise, just eye level, because there's nothing, you know, that huge until we kill Broodkeeper. Once we kill Broodkeeper Mythic, obviously we'll be chasing Carlin X and the ring, but let's just open it and see. Let me just double check I'm in the right loot spec. I don't know why I would ever be in Prezzo. I don't play it, but... A 421 Furious Rage Feather is actually pretty nice. Because that would replace my... Oh gosh, 421 Surging Conductors with a socket. I have Skullvault with speed. Yeah, these are... And I think my shoulders are not 421 yet. So there's actually 4 potential options. I actually assumed I would be either taking a socket or getting like, you know, 4 duds and then just picking the 421 over 418 or 415 really quickly. But this is interesting. I will certainly need to run a bunch of sims on these to figure it out. I mean, Rage Feather over Infernal, my gut tells me it would be really good, but a socket at wrist isn't bad either. Yeah, so this is actually a pretty nice selection here. I don't know why I keep getting these 421 trinkets offered and not even repeats, because I don't have either of these at 421. Yeah, so this is a great vault. I'll have to play around with it, and maybe I'll just post a comment what I end up picking later so you guys know, or I'm sure it'll show up at some point in a video. But yeah, unfortunately I can't just pick this now. I need to sim it, but that's good. No miss. We don't have to take a socket, which again I wouldn't even be that unhappy about because sockets seem really strong right now. It's like 100 stats. But yeah, I'll do my other classes in case anyone's interested. Probably just Shadow Priest and Monk, because my others either had no vault or had very low level vault, so they're not really that excited. But I do play my Shadow Priest and Monk at least a little bit, at least that, you know, do 20s on them. So we'll we'll get 421s. Because I have a lot of other 70s, but I don't really play them that much, so they're pretty low geared. I just like the level. I like leveling each expansion, getting everything to 70 just to have. In case I want to flavor them on something or something. Okay, so Priest, I took a little bit of a risk. Oh, I can't actually show you what I did. Oh, I didn't take a risk actually. So I had previously only had two vaults open because I did 4 20s, which would have been a risk if I whiffed. I would have only gotten 4 tokens, but then I went and dragged myself through 2 LFR bosses, which was actually I thought would just be a boring but quick way to get the 3rd vault unlocked to guarantee 6 tokens. It ended up being torturously long and just wiping on Raidfinder Senarth over and over. So I probably should have left that earlier, but I stuck to it. So we have 3 vaults, but only 2 real choices, 2 421s. My Priest is a Mythic Plus only character, so I can't, obviously I would love Whisper Incarnate, but I can't be offered it because I didn't do any raids. This is just, I have the two trinkets I want, and I have pretty good gear otherwise, so just looking for a 421 weapon, or really anything besides the socket. Ooh, this is interesting. We get a 421 socketed helm. I have a 421 helm, but without a socket, so this would let me convert it into a socket. So essentially this is the same as taking the 6 tokens, functionally. 421, I have Scovold. I wonder if the item level would let it sim for like M+, maybe? I don't, which is all I do. I don't think this would sim higher single target than a feather. I could be wrong. I actually don't know too much about Shadow Priest. Like, not that deep knowledge about Shadow Priest. I just enjoy playing it. Well, it's really not a whiff, because I guess it's equivalent. If I take this, it would be equivalent to quote-unquote whiffing, because I would just take a socket, but I wouldn't even be mad about that, because sockets are pretty good. And yeah, I guess I'll have to sim the eye again. I don't think I can pick this immediately, unfortunately. I can't just grab the item, but okay. And my monk to finish it out, because everything else is less than 421, so it's kind of not that exciting. One thing about Valor being uncapped, which is fantastic for ults and all around awesome thing, is a small downside or side effect is that it makes non 421 vaults a lot less exciting unless you're trying to hit like a specific trinket or specific item, because getting up to a 415 year vault, like, well, I could have just farmed the Valor for it anyway. It saves you time, but it doesn't really get you something you couldn't have otherwise gotten. And yeah, I just played Windwalker on my monk. 414 right now. I think there's one big piece that oh no, I had really low legs, but I just replaced them because I didn't think I was ever going to use Flare and Call with the ring, because I wasn't going to get it. So actually this is pretty geared too. Just looking for high level upgrades. 421 Ruby Whelp Shell. So I think it's almost certainly going to be the helm, just for the eye level upgrade on... Oh, this is actually interesting, because Verse Mastery would be nicer than Haste Mastery. So I might actually leave this unconverted to then later... It kind of sucks because I crafted this with the well-fed buff, but yeah, I might have to play around with it. Probably end up taking this. I just don't. I know people have played around with the Ruby Whelp Shell and a ton of sims on it and discussion on it. I don't really like it or trust it, I guess. I don't know. I've never really, even when people were overhyping it, I wasn't ever looking forward to it actually being good. I don't like trinkets that are sort of obscure, or like people don't really know how they work, or you can only tell what they've been doing sort of after the end of the dungeon, being like, how many times did it proc. You don't really get to feel it in the dungeon, so yeah, I probably will end up taking this, but in case there's something really well chill, I'll sim it as well. So yeah, those were the 3 vaults. Again, sorry if you're only here for dungeon runs. Just didn't have one. I was really happy with the post today. I'm sure I'll be posting a bunch this week with the new fixes, so you can look forward to that. And yeah, good luck in your own vaults.